Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Our journey on Pico Island. I'm Carlos, and today we're taking you with us to the Azores. We're here at the airport, Toronto Pearson, and we're going back. We've been in Canada for about 10 months, and it came in May. And by today, we're going back. We'll be there tomorrow. It'll be about 10 months. So we're happy to go back. We loved our time here in Canada for the last 10 months. Family, friends. It was really good. Lots of snow though, lots of shoveling. But now we're going back, and we're just here. We're just checked in with this Azores Airlines, and we just thought we'd do a video of the flight going over. Some of you are watching this for the first time, maybe never been to the Azores, so we usually do one of these every time we fly over. And through the video, we'll give you some information on flights, on schedules, airports where you can fly from, especially from North America. Azores Airlines, just a little bit of information about them. What else? And yeah, we'll just take you along, get to see what the plane looks like, and you'll be meeting Laura. You guys thought I didn't bring her with me, right? No, but Zena, Laura, we're here, and we always come early to the airport. I think I would recommend that. We usually try to be here about 3 hours before. So our flight is about 9:05 p.m. We'll get there 7:30 in the morning, connect a couple hours later. We'll be on Pico by 10 o'clock Pico time, right? They're 4 hours ahead, the Azores, from Canada, the eastern part of Canada, or US. So yeah, we get some really good service with Azores Airlines. Smooth flights usually. Today's a nice day. Thank God it's not snowing or cold, or it's just actually a really nice day. Kind of makes you feel the spring is around the corner. But yeah, stick with us, and we'll see you before we board, okay? Here's a little bit of information about Toronto Pearson Airport, located here in basically Mississauga. And driving from where we are, usually in Oakville, you're looking at about 20-30 minutes without traffic. Today there's a little bit of traffic, but it's a great airport. I would say it's one of the best airports. They've expanded. There's a couple of terminals. We usually fly out of Terminal 3, and Azores Airlines has been out of this terminal for a while now. So lots of shops, even Tim Hortons, duty free. Yeah, it's a very clean airport, and yeah, it's always nice to travel. I think I think it's good if you travel. I think it's one of the best things you can do wherever you decide to go. In our case, we're going to the Azores. One of our basically we have two homes in Canada and in the Azores, best of both worlds, and and Toronto is the airport we always use. So if you're, I'll get more into flights and other airports where you can fly with Azores Airlines into the Azores throughout the video. I will also, probably towards the end, I'm going to give you a few tips on booking flights, okay? That's just from my experience, so stay tuned for that. Okay, see you inside.
So Zena's actually very comfortable here in her carrier. There she is. Hey, Zena. You want to say hi, my monkey? Hi. She is a traveling cat. She's used to this. But we're going to see you guys on the plane. Can't tell you how excited we are to be going back to Pico.
Finally arrived in San Miguel. The flight was excellent, actually. I actually slept. I usually don't sleep on the aircraft, but I did on this flight. Very smooth, a little bit of turbulence, but full plane packed, which surprised me. It is February, completely full. And yeah, I just arrived here. So for some of you that have never flown here, I just want to give you a little bit of information. Maybe a lot of the followers of our channel are in North America. They'll fly either out of Canada, or the US. So if you're in Canada, basically Toronto is your main gateway. You can connect through there, with code shares, WestJet coming from the west or from the east. But either way, from Toronto, you're looking at about 5 hour flight. Like today was 5 hours. And to get to San Miguel, in our case, we then take a ferry in about 20 minutes from now on to Pico. And there's not a ferry, sorry, a connector. Uh, I'm still half asleep, but I thought I'd do a quick just check in with you guys a little quick here while we have some quiet here at the airport. Yeah, so you'd connect over to any of the other islands. We're going to Pico. It's about 35-40 minutes. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty smooth. So if you're flying from, let's say, Boston, you might be looking at a little bit less time. On the way back, usually they add about an hour. And we're looking at, our plane is an Airbus Neo LR, I believe it's called, 321. Again, very smooth flight. I really enjoy these planes. Are fairly quiet. And yeah, at the end of the day, we're here and can't wait to get over to Pico. And again, I'm pretty sure it's going to be full. From the States, you could also fly out of New York area, Sacramento, at certain times during the year. So there's a lot of different flights. Obviously, in the winter, there's less flights operating. In the summer, I would say almost every day that you could fly over to the Azores and onward to mainland Portugal. So you could also go directly into mainland if you wanted to maybe do both the Azores and Portugal, start in Portugal, end in the Azores, and then make your way back. So yeah, a lot of options, and depending what you want, how long you have, and I think again, don't hesitate. These airlines pilots are top notch, so always felt safe on these flights. We actually met people on the plane that sitting right next to us. They're going to come here today for 4 days. They arrive first time in the Azores, stay in San Miguel, and then in about 4 days they'll fly direct into Madeira. So there's a lot of things you can do with Azores airline or one of their coaches, where you can wind up in Madeira, mainland Portugal through here. A lot of times there's a plane that's going to carry on to Porto at times. So you leave Toronto, arrives in San Miguel. People that get off, they're going to get off that stay here, and then the Porto people carry on. So yeah, logistically, it's a great point. Now, if you're flying to Europe, let's say from here to Lisbon, an hour and a half, 2 hours. So there's a lot of construction going on right here. Like I mentioned, the flight now over to Pico, there's two types of planes. They're actually Canadian planes, Bombardier. It's either going to be a 40-seater or a 95-seater. And takes about, I think, but it's basically go and get up there, get back down. About 35 minutes we'll be landing on the island. Hopefully, the only thing I sometimes worry about is the wind. There's some crosswinds that come in there, and but these pilots are good. Now, at times, sometimes if they can't land on Pico, they'll land in Fayal, which is about 30-minute ferry ride from Pico. So sometimes they'll divert the plane over and then you come over. So these are just little tips, what could happen. But these islands, 9 islands, you have the central group, Pico, Fayal, St. George, Terceiro, Graciosa. You have the west, Flores, and Corvo. Then you have, I guess, the southeast, where we are today, San Miguel right now, and Santa Maria, mixed 9. That's one of the 7 regions of Portugal. Madeira being another region, and then there's 5 regions right on the mainland. So Portugal is very popular in the last 5 years. It's continued to be popular. The Azores coming up. A lot of people that want nature, this is where they're coming. A lot of variety, whale watching, scuba diving, hiking. There's just so much you can do to relax, of course. And just the air is so pure here, safe, secure. And we met a lot of people on the plane that are not Portuguese, and they're coming over, spend a month, and a couple of weeks just to relax, and some are staying in San Miguel. Obviously, in San Miguel, one of the things that the advantage of staying here, if you want the most to do, as far as like adding lots of the shopping, we got the malls, it's like a bigger city, nightlife, McDonald's, that kind of thing. So this is where you get a lot of that. Then you have the second island, Terceira, 50,000 population. San Miguel is 125,000. And then the rest of the islands, like Pico, it's 15,000. I think Fayal's close to that. St. George is 8,000. Smallest island is Corvo with 400 people. So it just depends on your taste, on your budget, what you like to do. You can do 2-3 islands at a time. I know people that have done, they've come over and done all 9 islands, but that's not as common, right? So sometimes they'll just do 2 or 3, and then come next time they'll do a few other ones. I still have to do 4, looking maybe the next year to do it. So anyways, I hope that helps for those of you that have never been and want to come. So here's another tip for when you're booking these flights. I booked direct with Azores Airlines, and you can have about 4 or 5 options. The top being business class, first class. Usually, I think when I was booking for another 400, I could have had first class. But usually you'll get, I think it's called simple, basic, flex, and top. As you move up, obviously prices increase 80 euros at a time. So you have your very basic. Let's say it's like 700, and it just keeps increasing. I think we paid about 900 for our flight. And the difference is you just get more flexibility. Like the simple, you just get a carry-on. You don't get the luggage. As you move up, then you start getting 1 luggage. In our case, we got 2 luggage, 23 kilograms each one. Carry-on, of course. And then we have flexibility on making changes before we leave, or when we're away and we got to come back, we can change the flights without any penalty. Only pay if there's a change in the fare. So these are things where sometimes for a little bit extra gives you that flexibility. In our case, sometimes we've got to extend our stay or leave earlier. I think for us, it works, right? So just make sure you take your time and you book it. Very straightforward website, Azores Airlines, and a lot of information on there. And it's important just to kind of, check, if you're flexible in the date. Sometimes if you look the day before, you might choose one date and you kind of, it'll come up, and then you make sure you look the day before, the day after. Sometimes you can save quite a bit of money. I think also book in advance, way in advance. So when you know for sure you're coming, just book it. Because as we get closer, from day to day, increases, like you can look today and tomorrow, it's like another $300. Or, if you're booking from Canada, $300. So it's just something where I feel bad when someone is like just kind of keeps waiting, hoping the price goes up. It usually doesn't go down, it usually goes up. So that's just a tip, the way we book our flights. And I didn't book that. Booked maybe 4 weeks before. It is the winter. Now, another tip is don't think because it's the winter, it's always going to be a lot less. You got to realize that they also cut back on flights. You don't have as many flights like you do in the summer. So you have less capacity, right? So less, so the flights sometimes sell out. Today, February 25th, the flight I took, packed, not one empty seat. Business class packed, full. So that just gives you an example. A lot of people are coming over in the off season to these islands. They don't just only come in the summer. They're coming in the shoulder seasons, April, May, September, October, November, and they are coming in the winter. Right now it's about 17 degrees. That's pretty much the winter. 16 hovers around there. You can get beautiful sunny days. It looks like summer. You could also get, if it gets below 10, that's not as normal. Humid for sure. But most of the houses deal with that, where they have, fireplaces, they have heating, nice insulation. I'm not saying all of the houses, but a lot of them. So that's the thing where, but expect weather to change even on one day. You could have rain, you can have sun, you could have wind. Storms come through here, depressions. We've had a few major storms, like a couple of years, and one hit pretty good, and we were here. We got to experience that. But these are all things, if you love nature, you're going to take all types of weather. And I think this is actually a main reason that if you're a nature lover, you'll love the Azores. There we go, the final leg of the trip. Laura's all excited. Zena is not feeling too good. She threw up a little bit.
Guys, we're here.
Can you smell the air like you always talk about? Can you smell it?
Yeah, and the sunshine.
Oh yes, the sun's actually it's pretty hot, isn't it? But here's our, I guess what is this, a 60-seater, 40-seater? I'm not sure now. Cute little planes. And there was Lage. We're finally here. As you know, we belong to two villages, Lages, the oldest settlement, and Somatiers. How fortunate are we? Those of you that listen to us, especially me, brag about these two towns. Now, we love all of Pico, but, you know, history is history. My history, I was born in Lage, actually, and so we love both places. They're both different, distinct, and only 20 minutes from each other. That's the other beautiful thing. My God, yeah, looks like traffic got I guess during this, it's almost noon, I think. Everyone's trying to get to the eateries and stuff. But, yeah, this is where they came on Pico. The explorers, 14, see if I can remember, 64. There's the marina, but we have quite a few videos. We'll put a few links to some of the other videos that we actually show live. I just wanted to, for some of you watching this for the first time, getting your first eyes on Pico, the island of Pico. Oh, I feel like going swimming. It's a whalers village. In the old days they used to do whale hunting. Now, top place for whale watching. It's good that they're still working on here. Construction is slow on the island.
It's still the same.
Yeah, it's still the same.
Well, they got rid of the gas station.
Wow. Little old street cobblestones.
You know, right behind you.
Going back in time. Who's
Checking it out.
There we go. Nothing's changed. That's great.
Oh my God.
Maria, gotta watch your kids.
No, you can't go up there.
Gotta watch your kids. And maybe the Pico's gonna uncover later. Let's hope. There it is. Zena is, she's already, she knows where she's recognizing the old neighborhood. Let's go up the famous street. Still the same. It's been like this since I was a kid.
We're back.
I think, Glenn, you've been the best Uber driver we've ever had.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know where I'm going.
All right, guys. I don't know if we'll touch base today, but for tomorrow, we can show you the morning.
Good morning, guys. Well, we're back on Pico, as you know, and waking up to this beautiful morning, bit of a breeze. Our next door neighbor chickens are happy, and so are the roosters. Actually hearing some goats as well. Carlos is still sleeping. We're still trying to get over this jet lag. It's actually been a couple of days since we picked up the video camera. But yeah, we're just trying to get adjusted here. And it takes a little bit of time because we've been away for quite a while, almost nine months from Canada. And we're just gonna get together with some people and drive around the island. And yeah, so we'll see you guys this afternoon for a little chat. And hopefully you will enjoy our journey with us as we're here on Pico Island in the Azores.
Hey guys, so it's been a couple of days. We're still settling in. Being away for 10 months is, it's quite a while. It's the longest we've been away for a while since we've been coming here, spending half a year here. So it's going to take a few days to adjust. We're slowly doing that. Today's just an unbelievable day. I'm going to be honest with you. Just those magic days where the temperature is about 18, 19. Everything is uncovered. As you can see behind me, I'll show you some footage before I sign out. There's Pico, totally uncovered, very still. And this is why we enjoy coming here so much. And as you can see, and I mentioned through the video how easy it is to get here from Toronto, from Boston. I also will add that you could also come here from New York. I'm not sure if I did it earlier on the video. Sacramento. You can fly here from various parts. You can connect through Madeira Island, sometimes Canary Islands, Bermuda, over to Lisbon, Porto, a couple hours. I mean, it's just so easy. And we are seeing actual tourists here already. We're now in March, the beginning of March, and everybody's getting ready already for the spring and summer tourist season. So, anyways, I really appreciate you tuning in. And there's Laura. She's been getting. How are you feeling today?
It's so nice just to stand here and look at Pico.
Yes.
Beautiful. It's a gorgeous morning.
Even though we've been here a lot of times. I was born here. We're still mesmerized by that mountain.
Yes.
When it's uncovered.
Every time.
Yeah. So.
And I have to tell you guys, pictures don't do it justice. You actually have to be here to really experience her majesticness.
I just want to remind everyone, especially new followers that might be watching as well, that our vacation rental is ready for guests, ready to welcome you to Pico. So we'll put the link in there. Just check it out. Check our availability. We renovated, I guess now about 3 years ago, and make your way over here. Off season, don't hesitate. Winter, do not hesitate. Summer is busier, and we'll end by just plugging Pico, the Azores, as an unbelievable tourist destination, but also a great place to retire, semi-retire. Okay, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, thanks for your support.
Yes.
And don't forget to
like,
subscribe, comment,
and share.
And if you have any questions about Pico or anything else, please send me an email. Okay.
And stay tuned for many videos to come.
Exactly. We're already planning some nice island videos. We've done already lots of them, but there's always more to show. And even if we go back to the amazing places we've visited, a lot of you only don't watch all the videos, so a lot of stuff coming up.
So I would take my glasses off, but that sun is very,
it's
very bright.
And I left my glasses at my mom's, so yes, I should say hi to her. To my mom, mãe, tudo bem? Chegamos aqui ao Pico. Estamos a casa, gente, estamos todos bons.
And hello to all of the rest of our family. Amila, I promised you I would send you kisses every video. That's my niece.
All right, guys. See you on the next video, okay?
Ciao, guys.
I'm going to show you a little bit of Pico before we go. Of Lajes. This is Lajes, a historic village of Pico, discovered in the 1464 around there, so enjoy.
The light is fading fast. From this old town we gotta go. Our bags are packed, so what we waiting for? There's no point in